Hey everybody, this is Mark from Circle of Dark Mother. Today we're going to talk about Mary Magdalene and Yeshua, Jesus, a Gnostic Kabbalistic point of view. So first of all, Yeshua. Jesus' actual name would have been Yeshua in Aramaic, which was the spoken language of his time, or Yehoshua in Hebrew, which was their written language. The name Jesus is the anglicized version of his name translated from the Greek New Testament into English. And there is no J sound in Hebrew, so there's no way that Jesus was the name that would have been used. Oh, and also no J sound in Aramaic either. Gnostics see Yeshua as an enlightened being who embodies the Christos. Christos is a Greek word that means anointed and is the Gnostic spirit of enlightenment. And we know that Christos becomes Christ in English, which has taken on the idea of the Son of God, but really just means anointed. Gnostic teachings state that Yeshua is a son of God, but so are any other enlightened beings, and that's sons or daughters, depending on their gender. And of course, because Gnosticism is not, fundamentalist, gender fluidity is totally fine as well. So you could use child of God instead of son or daughter. As the Christos, he is the Logos or Word of God, the masculine embodiment of deity in creation. Kabbalistically, this would be the sphere of Tiferet. In esoteric lore, Yeshua is the second Adam, and in fact calls himself that in the New Testament, who uplifts and heals the souls of both Adam and Samael. Magdalene. Mary Magdalene is a very complicated figure. Mary is yet another anglicized name based in the Hebrew Miriam. Many believe that Magdalene refers to her coming from the town of Magdal, but she is called the Magdalene, which probably comes from the Hebrew Magdal Eder, or Tower of the Flock. And Gnostics see her as the person who succeeds Yeshua on his path. So Tower of the Flock would be applicable. There are several women in the biblical account who are associated with Mary the Magdalene. Mary Magdalene, Mary of Bethany, the woman at the well, and the woman being stoned. They may or may not be the same woman. It's never quite clear, but most accounts only have a probable link between Mary Magdalene with Mary of Bethany. Gnostics consider Magdalene to be an enlightened being who is the true inheritor of Yeshua's teachings. She is considered the Gnostic Sophia, meaning wisdom, and the Kabbalistic Shekinah, divine feminine in creation. She is the embodiment of Eve and Lilith, who uplifts and heals both souls in enlightenment. There are legends of her and Yeshua being married and possibly also having children. I'm sure all of you have seen that in the pop cultural idea of the Da Vinci Code. However, whether they were married, whether she had kids with him, is much less important than her being an enlightened being in female form. And that's the true teaching of the Gnostics. Magdalene and Yeshua. In the Gnostic scriptures, Magdalene and Yeshua are both required for the enlightenment and liberation of all. As stated in previous slides, Magdalene is the embodiment of the divine feminine, and Yeshua is the embodiment of the divine masculine. They are Logos and Sophia, the lower Kabbalistic Sephiroth joined in complete union, and they are Eve, Lilith, and Adam Samael, healed and uplifted. Gnostics believed that magical union of the two was a ritual to assist all beings on their journey to enlightenment. Yeshua is said to have ascended while Magdalene reincarnates from generation to generation in female form. With all of this in mind, the Gnostic second coming is not what traditional Christians believe, but instead several individuals embodying the Christos, the enlightened spirit, will come to bring humanity to their spiritual evolution. That's it for this video, but I do have other videos on Gnosticism and Kabbalah. So if you want to fill in some of the gaps, those could be helpful. Take care.